In this video, I want to share with you my first ever experience of playing golf outside of the UK, and also show off this amazing course that I played with Craig on a recent trip to Tenerife in the Canary Islands. Stick around, I'll tell you exactly where this course is, how much it cost us, so grab a beer and have a laugh at how Craig and I fared on this truly stunning golf course in Tenerife. So recently I went on a family holiday and we stayed in a relatively quiet resort of Tenerife called Golf Del Sur on the southern coast of the island. Somewhat coincidentally for us, as the name suggests, this resort is a top spot for golfers with 2 golf courses within close proximity of each other and only a 15-minute walk away from our hotel. So of course we managed to sneak around in. This was the first time I've ever played golf outside of the UK, even outside of England for that matter. So I've been looking forward to this ever since we booked it a few months ago.
Oh yes, what a shot.
The course we're playing is called Campo De Golf. It's a par 72 with a slope rating of 135, and we're playing from the yellow tees set at around 5,500 yards.
Yeah, bunker mate, on line with that bunker on left.
They have a variety of offers at Campo De Golf, and we bought the Golf Marathon package, which included 27 holes of golf, club rental, buggy hire and 25 balls for the driving range, all for €196 or about £160 for 2 people.
I love that. Oh my days, keep going. Mate, you're about 6 feet from the pin.
I'm just going to pause for a minute here to let you and Craig enjoy this moment as he makes a ridiculously good birdie on the very first hole of the day.
Yes. Yeah! Birdie to start. Absolutely class.
Here we go now.
Get him over.
Even though I'd hit 2 very nice shots into the green as well, I couldn't finish my breakfast, leaving my first putt a good 6 feet short and having absolutely zero conviction with the par putt to come away with a bogey.
I love this place already. Golfing abroad. Why do I not do this more often?
But I didn't care. I was playing golf on a beautiful morning in the sunshine on a lovely course, and I was actually striking the ball very well. Unfortunately, the Shot Tracer app doesn't quite capture the same crisp cinematic footage as my camera, so I'm going to leave the original shot there and then cut to a quick replay with the tracer for most of these shots that we captured.
Nice shot.
The 5th hole was the standout hole for me, teeing off from an elevated tee box overlooking the ocean and our hotel in the distance. Naturally, this was a hole that I really wanted to play well. I hit a 3-wood for the first time on this hole and I really should have stuck with driver. So on the best hole on the course, I was taking 3 off the tee. This time, I was hitting the driver. I did intend to film the full round, but halfway into our walk to the golf course at 7 AM, Craig asked me if I'd brought the camera and tripod. After a few choice expletives, I remembered that I'd left them in the hotel room. However, if I'd used my GoPro to film this round, then the footage that you're watching now probably wouldn't be as crisp and as amazing as it actually turned out. My new iPhone has this impressive cinematic mode, which I think looks unbelievable, especially in conditions like this. Whilst I'm on the subject of clubs, I want to show the calibre of rental clubs that we were given. I was highly disappointed when we turned up to our golf carts to find 2 sets of standard old Wilson Ultra clubs. My face sank, especially after Craig had told me that you often get decent quality rental clubs when you get them abroad. So I was expecting some TaylorMade or Cobra or something like that. Definitely not Wilson Ultras. It also wasn't easy to tell the difference between some of the clubs, particularly the sandwedge and the 5-iron.
What? You got 5-iron?
The bunkers were a bit different to what we're used to on this course.
Oh, love it.
They were filled with black sand, which was more like gravel, to be honest.
Mate, that is some effort, that.
And it took me a little longer than Craig to figure them out. Golf Del Sur is only a 5-minute drive from Tenerife South Airport, which made for an interesting experience when standing over a shot and a 757 flies in over your head. But it definitely made for a nice view and some pretty cool Instagram footage. On that note, because the course was so close to the airport, I wasn't able to use the drone, which was quite disappointing because I would have been able to get some unbelievable footage to show you around this course. But anyway, back to the golf. Craig was having one of his best rounds for a while, and I was playing well too, but I was still struggling to grasp the pace of the fast and tricky greens. But as it turned out, there was nothing wrong with the clubs and I was hitting them very well, especially the driver. It was only the 3-wood that looked awful stood over the ball, and that's why it stayed in the bag after that duff tee shot on the 5th. In case you were wondering, Craig doesn't have an official handicap, but he likes to try and play bogey golf, and he isn't too hard on himself if the round doesn't play out that way. In his last round of golf though, he told me that he had a disaster at the JCB Golf Club in Staffordshire, so he wasn't expecting much from today's round. But as you can see from his score, he was playing and scoring pretty well. Now I'm usually the opposite to Craig. If I'm not scoring well, my head completely goes. But today I wasn't arsed at all. I was striking the ball well, hitting some good shots, and I was playing golf on a beautiful course in the sunshine. How can I get mad at that? The par 4 16th was another lovely hole with water guarding the green.
He's swimming.
We had both hit great tee shots to the centre of the fairway.
Oh, it's plopped.
Unfortunately, Craig's approach was swallowed up by the drink, and I tentatively pushed my wedge to the right of the green.
Terrible.
Craig proceeded to make his second 9 of the round, whilst I struggled to get up and down and walked away with another bogey. I had so many birdie opportunities on this course, hitting just under half of the greens in regulation, but my putting kept letting me down. Over the round, I had a total of 4 3-putts, and I didn't 1-putt at all. The 17th was a lengthy par 3, and we both struck lovely 6-irons off the tee and ended up with 2, albeit lengthy, birdie putts.
That's a great effort, that.
I rolled mine up pretty close and thankfully steered away from another dreaded 3-putt to sink a 2-putt par. Craig, on the other hand, who I have to say had a very good grasp of the greens all day, had a hole to forget. His putt from the fringe sailed a good 6 or 7 feet past, and then his head finally went after 17 holes.
Pressure gets us.
But overall, what a day and what an experience. We both played pretty well, even though we didn't score great. But one thing that we'll take from this round is that playing golf abroad is something that we'll try and do much more often. Thanks for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.